7. 7. I'm doing pretty good. Hey, just want to let you know we are looking at a lamp. I'm doing pretty good. Hey, just want to let you know we're. Oh, sorry, I had a little reverb there, but we're looking at a lamp. I'm doing pretty good, lamp. There you are. I was wondering for a bit. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Well, not perfect. Your ear's not in the frame. Yeah. All right, but I'm doing pretty good. We're halfway through the week, and we've got Jays with us tonight.
Yo, it was a nice lamp though.
It was. It's
Yeah, yeah.
decent. I was trying not to laugh, but
Oh, I bet. I bet. Oh no, I'm doing great. Weeks week's been good. You've seen me playing video games a lot, but but I look, there's no reason to deny the truth that we play a lot of Fortnite together and Grand Theft Auto together.
Oh, it leaked. Leaked here first. Mike plays video games. What a loser. I Yeah, the screen just went black. Yeah, right when you were making all that loud noise, you unplugged everything.
Well, it was a great stream, everybody.
Well, hey, thanks for being with us, everyone. Just remember, we're looking to get followers.
The strange 7 foot tall guy that he can't help how tall he is. He has pituitary gland problem or something. But then at the same time, I've seen like the giant lady on a scooter drinking a giant ass big gulp, like rolling down. And I'm like, oh, that person did that to themselves. That's right. So, but you got a nice metabolism. I got a nice metabolism. I'm super skinny, but like, there's people out there that don't have that nice metabolism. Because every person, and also have the airlines shrank the seats too far. That's another way to think about it. Have the airlines gone down too far on the on how much legroom you have and stuff?
So yeah, their low-cost carrier Southwest Airlines is being celebrated on TikTok after they discovered they can request complimentary seats, one or two, depending on needs to accommodate their girth. So it goes down here. Apparently, Southwest provided the policy to Fox Business, and the policy says they, quote, have the option of purchasing just one seat and then discussing your seating needs with the customer service agent at the departure gate. If it's determined that a second or third seat is needed, you'll be accommodated with a complimentary additional seat. The flight team will
Yeah,
then
that
try the effort to make they've tried to effort to make they fucked up. Make the seating arrangements, potentially moving other passengers around for unplanned accommodation. No, you don't. No, you don't.
you, especially on some no on Southwest, you don't pick your seat.
Southwest, you do. I'm being specific. This is Southwest Airlines. You do
Yeah,
not pick your seat. You do
no.
not. Yeah, and a lot of airlines work that way. Yeah, a lot of airlines work that way, but Southwest absolutely doesn't.
No. Yeah,
No.
Southwest is everybody line up and get on the plane.
Yeah, Southwest, whenever you confirm your ticket, it'll determine what group you're in, and then they
Yeah.
do seating by group. What do you mean?
No. Uh-oh. Southwest has been their own company for since like the
The top
60s or
share owners
70s.
of Southwest are the Vanguard Group and Prime Cap Management and Capital Research. Yeah, no, these aren't other airlines.
No. Well, I don't even think moving is going to be the biggest worry on this. Like the
No,
biggest worry
it's
on this
when it's
is
booked
overbook
fully.
because they always overbook those flights. Like
Right, this isn't actually going to be available. The vast majority of Southwest flights are full.
right,
There is no moving or giving an extra seat. Probably, yeah,
maybe.
probably. They'll only do it when it's actually possible to do, basically, which, of course, is an easy ask. Yeah, it's only when they can do it. Now, alternatively, and this may lead to additional overbooking, who knows, we'll find out. Alternatively, customers can purchase extra seats in advance and then contact Southwest, quote, for a refund of the cost of additional seating after travel.
See, that should be what they're talking about. Like that should be what they're leading with here, not the go up to the
This would
boss.
ensure there's seats enough on the plane, assuming.
Right. Well, at least then it's like it's an actual purchase ticket. It goes into their number of how many people needed a flight that day or whatever. Yeah.
Now what? Do they just make that guy squeeze or?
I would assume, yeah. Well, also, what happens when they go get the asshole customer service agent who's just had a shit day, and they're like, "Excuse me, I need extra seats for free on this overbooked flight," and that guy's gonna look at him and be like, "No, just no."
So here's the plus size travel expert and TikToker Jalen Cheney. Uh, Important move to include people in the quote super fat category. I'm sorry, but if you're gonna put yourself in a category and call it that, then I guess
That's that's not true here.
yeah, I doctors here tell you you're overweight and obese pretty often. I bet she's American.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, wow. Super fat is how we identify. There's a spectrum of fatness, and as a super fat individual, you start needing different accommodations. I just felt really
I
happy that there was something like this
see
for
where this is
people.
going.
What?
No, no. Also, like, I'm guessing also, when she says "we," I don't know that she is she trying to speak for all fat people? Like,
No, just super fat people. There's a spectrum of fatness. I don't know how they just. Or you thinking they should have an option to do it without having to have that conversation? Is that what you're saying? Well, I mean,
scroll down a little bit. I wanna read the scroll down or not you.
hello. I'm hoping to use your customer of size policy today. The Southwest employee then handed Kimmy another ticket at no cost for her extra seat. A self-described fat solo traveler posted. So this maybe is somebody different? No, because this starts talking about TikTokers in general, and then it says it's like it's talking about another TikToker. Ah! I didn't even scroll. That just happened. No, I won't. This is terrifying for many reasons. The glasses, the beverage choice, the
I created
location.
hint water to make water taste better. We started in one.
Yeah, close that.
I don't really see this as a reward.
Yeah, I don't see it as a reward either. It's
You
not
know, you still pay for a plane ticket. Like, if you
nobody
didn't have
hands
to
them a
pay at all,
paycheck.
that would be an award
Right.
or a reward. Like, or do you think that handicap parking spots are a reward too? Oh, but I mean, they get to park closer. It kind of is. Accommodations aren't rewards for me. They're the bare minimum you can do for a problem you know you have. And yeah, people can go work out, but this is America. That's great advice. It's not going to actually happen. So these right, but it's America. They're not going to do it. So we know we're going to have this many fat people. We got to do something with the fat people. We got to accommodate them. Now, I'm still on board with charging them for both seats because you use both seats. And I think there will never be a situation where they take a monetary loss instead. And the way that's worded, it shows that. Like they just say no. Right. That's another instance of them wanting to not lose money. Now,
Allegedly.
if they start to do ticket
Allegedly. You
prices,
have
yeah.
to
If they start to do ticket pricing by your weight, then we can have a different conversation. But they're not doing that right now. Which airline?
Yeah, one of the airlines changed their seating pattern or something. I think it was
Korean
Alaska
Air.
or Korean Air. Yeah.
I'm sorry, have you not seen their leader?
You were talking about North, not South.
Well, North Korea is Korean people, and Kim Jong Un is obese. I'm not going to sugarcoat what I'm saying. Kim Jong Un is obese. I think if people say just Korea and leave it without knowing, I don't think it's assumed to be South Korea. That would be weird. No, I don't think anyone would assume. They would clarify.
All right. I think I've thought about this enough, and I have a theory on. I support this. And the reason I support this is because, people are who they are for a lot of variety of reasons. They could be suffering from mental health issue and be overeating because of depression or something like that. They could be, and being able to travel helps. Yes, it's inconvenient for, the practice that the airlines have gotten into for overbooking flights and inconveniencing us all to hell. But that doesn't mean we should keep adding extra inconveniences to somebody else. Right.
You can't do something for some and something different for others. That would be a
Right,
HIPAA
right, right,
violation.
right.
That's a health violation
Right,
immediately.
right. So I support this, but I do understand why people wouldn't support it. I would just say that it's, we're trying to accommodate as many people as we can accommodate, No, you still get that whole space. It's, it's the cost of also the cost of fuel to get your ass across to wherever you're going. It's right, you are, but
Well, even if you could squeeze 4 people into 3 seats because those 4 people are small, you don't have 4 seatbelts.
right.
So you can't do that because of the number of seatbelts. So it doesn't go the other direction. But hey, I found the stats here that may surprise you. 46% of Korean men are obese. Half. That's almost half.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought
26% of women.
I was gonna say I thought Korea had a bit of an obesity
Like
problem as
we
well.
were
But
about to make an assumption that like, oh no, they don't, but they do have a problem.
Japan, however,
Sorry, South Korea.
Japan does not have an obesity problem because their diet is very different. Yeah,
Okay, let's see the numbers shrink then here. Yeah, oh my god.
right.
3.8?
You were thinking Japan is what you were.
Oh my god. That would be that's holy shit different.
Oh, it's like
We can't. This is mean. This is just I feel personally attacked. Wait a minute.
we're lower than Korea.
Well, they put men and women together. We don't know
Yeah,
what Korea's total is because they separated
that's
it.
true. Oh, you guys are a little lower.
30%.
Yeah.
Aged 18 or older. Apparently an extra 5% are overweight, close to obese.
Do you want make more McDonald's?
Well, it depends, because like this one, when I had this one up, said BMI greater than or equal 30.
Right.
And then this one said BMI of 25 or over. So it depends on the freaking country. And when you look at USA, it didn't even give a reason. And you look at Canada, I don't see a reason on it either.
35%.
We'd have to
No, wait, what? No. Okay.
but what is it? Like which BMI or what are they measuring kind of thing? Like I would need to look at something that compares them using the same stats, and
That's true.
I don't know that we're prepared for that today. I just wanted to point out the Korea one because it was Well, yeah, that's a good point. This body mass index doesn't actually measure healthiness or size or anything really. It's one of the most useless tests in the world. It really won't tell you much.
That's true, because I knew a guy who was like all muscle and he was obese just because of the weight versus body size.
Especially if he's
Yeah.
short. If you're short and muscular, you're
Well,
obese forever.
I'm talking about somebody you know, Marvin.
Marvin, I was trying to think, are you talking
Yeah.
about Marvin? He's kind of short too. He's like 5'11",
Yeah.
5'10",
Yeah.
maybe shorter.
Well,
I mean,
but he also was like a professional bodybuilder. Like he was huge. His arms were just like tree trunks. Like
right. So for somebody like that to be measured using this body mass index, it's never going to show the truth for him because he's healthy. He's super healthy.
Yeah, he was like also I'm almost 100% certain he didn't use steroids. He was like one of the few people that was trying to
Just
do it
gym
without it.
rat.
Yeah. He did creatine powder every day though. Like
Okay, I mean that's
Yeah.
a
I created hint water to make water taste
See,
better.
this
Started in
weightlifter
one grocery store
smoked a
and then-
giant joint with us, so I know he was yeah. Yeah. Ah.
Mike, have you considered that those needles had vitamins?
Mhm.
Hulk Hogan says, "Take your vitamins." Oh my god. Oh, there's just more quotes from more people. Up until last year, I wasn't traveling much, but when I did, it was always so uncomfortable. Squeezing myself into the seatbelts and squishing next to the person next to me. Anyways, you're entitled to comfort. For reference, I'm a size 24 to 26 and 300 pounds. No, this doesn't immediately jump out to me as like, I don't know what that means. The picture means more to me because I don't know the sizing of
So
clothes really well.
I'm like a 4. and and
They have this.
Madison's like a 16,
Okay.
17.
Okay. So
Does that help?
this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And she's got 200,000 followers, so I don't think she's got a reason to change. Caroline was a size 20 and got 2 extra seats. And was able to pre-board. Look, I mean, good on them because I think the way they're going to implement it is they're going to tell people no when it starts to like they'll lose money. That would be ridiculous.
Also, I do just want to throw out there that super fat is not an identity. It's just
Good.
I just want to throw that out there.
It's this one TikToker's crazy concept.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. That's I don't remember the person's name. I don't need to know her name.
Yeah,
Whoever it
yeah,
was, I
yeah.
will never watch their TikToks.
Yeah, you can call yourself super fat. You can say that you're big. You can celebrate your size. You don't. No, it's not. Super fat is not an identity.
Yeah,
It's
and
not,
don't expect everybody to celebrate it because
Yeah. Yeah.
accommodating and celebrating are very different. So, while this TikToker's celebrating, I'm just going, okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna step away from the next article. You guys keep going.
Yeah, you have no take on fentanyl, anyways. And require medical attention. It does. Central Elementary School student brought gummy bears from their home, district says. Well, okay. So we've got another parent being neglectful story because we've been doing those. I guess. What state is this? Did it give us the state? Virginia. Okay, okay. 7 students in total experienced a reaction to ingesting the gummy bears. So 5 of them went to the hospital. 7 people though ate these. Candies later were examined by law enforcement and quote tested positive for fentanyl. Yeah. 2 of the students were transported by EMS and 3 were transported by their parents. So those 2 transported by EMS may have been even worse off of the 5. You're right though. Fentanyl's a crazy drug, and it's a very powerful drug. And to give it to kids, are we talking elementary school? Is that what we said? Crazy, yeah, Central Elementary. Yeah, these are super young kids. Amherst County Public Schools said in a statement that the affected students quote experienced an allergic reaction. That's not how I describe drug use. I don't know what they're trying to. Are they trying to like downplay it because they let drugs in their school? Because I mean, overdosing on fentanyl is not an allergic reaction. It would certainly look different than an allergic reaction. This just feels like downplaying by the school because they're shitting their pants right now. They just had 7 kids taken to the hospital, or 5 kids taken to the hospital, 7 kids with gummy bear drugs. So they're shitting their pants. Well, who's they? Yes, the media did try to propagandize fentanyl as super lethal. Yeah, they tried that. It's not true. A speck of it will not kill you. Look, I'm not here to tell grown adults if it's worth it or not. That's their own calculus. We're talking about kids here who unknowingly took a drug. Much more than a speck of it, too. I mean, the stories you're talking about where the news tried to say that, a faint whiff of it from a trunk will kill a police officer, those kind of stories, they were made up. Fentanyl's dangerous, but making up stories like that did not help because they were lies. And they were eventually proven out to be lies when they checked and nothing was in the officer's systems. Well, I hope so. Are we charging the parents? They're saying this was brought from home. I don't want to just notify them. A parent let their kid come to school with drugs, and their kid gave drugs to 6 other kids, right? We got a neglectful parent. What is this? Seized by law enforcement. Seen it. Oh, this is just a big bag of powder. This is unrelated. Sure. Let's see. Wait, so the incident happened after 7 students from the same high school? Hold on. Are we no Yeah, because it's Lowdon, Virginia, so this is a different instance? Yeah. Oh, and then we're talking about Parkview High School in this quote? Oh my god. Yeah, and then it starts to go into that. All the overdoses appear to involve fentanyl, which is commonly found in the form of counterfeit 30 milligram oxycodone pill that is blue, circular, and maybe stamped M30. Yeah, see, that's what I'm more expecting fentanyl to look like. And hearing the gummy bear one makes me want to know more about that, and specifically the parents. And they don't go into more detail. So Well, that's a way of eating drugs edibly. What do you mean? I mean, just because you don't partake in fentanyl recreationally doesn't mean no one does. You don't think there's a way to dose it so that that would be a fun time for an adult, a grown adult making a decision with an illegal substance? That's why I wanna see why they're not talking about the parents. You don't leave them out. If you're a parent, you have children, and you wanna do recreational drugs, you have an extra responsibility. I would like to know because these parents need arrested, just like the parents of the shooters. Like, when the kids show up with a gun at school, like we just did that one with the 5-year-old with a gun or whatever it was. Those parents, it was the feature of that article was talking about how the parents needed to be accountable. Like, that should be the feature here too. This is elementary school kids with gummy bears. You can't be trying to say like, "Oh, it's the kid. We need to make the kid not do that next time." No. This shouldn't even be an option to grab them. I mean, I don't have children, but if I did, I wouldn't put things that I put where I put
Yeah.
them right now.
I think it's placing the child in harm just to even have them around.
Yeah, and it's a little sad that the article didn't even go down that path. It just says the parents have been notified. That's it? So,
No, they need to be arrested.
yeah. And if we have no follow-up, they never go after a parent, I highly question the story in its entirety as potentially another one of those fentanyl lies.
It may have never even happened.
Right. Because if you don't go after the parents, then that's just so suspect because they're the criminal here. For sure. Keep an eye. All right. Speaking of updates, GTA Online finally has an update.
Yeah, I'm
Kotaku.com.
surprised it didn't have this already. Like, I don't
Yeah.
play actual online. Okay, so this is from Kotaku. A decade later, GTA Online finally has animals running around. The new patch also adds ownable police vehicles, a new chop shop, and loads of quality of life improvements. Well, I think they add in the animals from the single player, and that hasn't been on online before.
Or if it has, it's been. Oh, no, it hasn't been on online. It's just been on
Yeah,
RP stuff, and that's different.
and sometimes the RP servers don't even have it either. Like,
True.
yeah.
All right. So, 'tis the season once again for Rockstar Games to drop another massive and free GTA Online update. And this time, not only has the company added a whole new chop shop business, it's also added drift races, new cars, and animals too. Yes, it took a decade and 3 console generations, but finally GTA Online will have animals. All
For
right.
sure, everyone is very excited about Rockstar's next game, Grand Theft Auto 6. Yeah, because it's coming out in fucking 2025.
Well, and I think that's why they timed the dropping of this trailer
Yeah.
and patch. It's like, hey, Twin Gats, how's it going?
Like, hey, we still have stuff.
But the timing of this is to help the people who groaned at the December or the 2025, whatever the hell it was.
I'm still groaning in 2025. I don't care. It's So it adds 11 new cars, 300 plus pieces of clothing, 32 new tattoos, birthday gifts, daily challenges, and a large new 100 car garage for GTA Plus subscribers. I guess that's their battle pass. A
Sure.
whole new business, a long list of general improvements, bug fixes, a new rifle, and the ability to unlock and own police vehicles legitimately without using mods or hacks. Gotcha. I'm guessing some of those new cars will trickle their way into those RP servers, though, right? Like, maybe.
It is.
Yeah, I think people mostly play online like multiplayer like story mode. Like I don't know people Like, other than the people that just run around shooting each other, or do people play online just to like socialize and stuff? Like, I probably not. Wait, you couldn't drive a tow truck before?
I guess. It says that if you own a chop shop, you can now get a tow truck. Seems like some of the stuff should have existed. I Yeah, that's part of this new update. It's, brand new that you can now own a chop shop, and if you do, you can now get a tow truck and use it to do chopping. You just go tow a vehicle and chop it. I mean, I know of RP servers, they have this sort of stuff already.
Right. Well, also, like, supposedly they're adding, like, lockpicks to be able to get into cars at some point, was a rumor. Um,
Uh-oh. Wildlife in GTA Online is exclusive to the PS5 and Xbox Series X S versions of the game. PC players and folks of prior gen machines, no animals.
what? What?
Why are PC players left out? Could somebody explain that?
That doesn't make any sense. 'Cause, like, we play 5M with animals, like, what? It definitely works. Yeah.
That's so weird. What a weird update. And the fact that PC players miss out on something so simple.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's
The
gonna
law
suck.
the law enforcement vehicles is regardless of platform, so I guess there's that.
Yeah, but I can get on 5M and be in my cop car right now. Like, yeah. Well, like, cops in RP are a whole different thing compared to cops in the GTA Online, like, it's just like the normal game. Like, you just stuck behind a thing for a moment and you're fine. Right. No, they're computer AI cops.
Yeah.
And they're gonna keep making updates even, like, leading up to 2025, like. Right. Yeah, I know they want it to be like $1,000,000 or something. Right.
No.
And GTA is like an infinite amount of hours game, like, how do you even measure that?
Nope, that's all I got.
Gizmodo, please don't huff fumes from your Steam Deck. Valve is telling some Steam Deck users it's best to avoid getting high on their own supply.
No, wait, the way they worded that, should I get high on somebody else's Steam?
No,
Is the your and their own
I
important?
think don't huff computer chemical smells. Like, so a Steam Deck is like a Nintendo Switch, but it's like a full PC that you can play PC games on. You could play 5M GTA on this little Steam Deck, basically.
Yeah, it's like a handheld here, basically.
Yeah.
Uh, I assume you can, right?
Yeah, you can plug it into a TV or a monitor, or you
And
could
then
just
effectively as a
play it
console
portably.
then, right?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying that new deck smell a little too much? Valve support staff are now telling users that they shouldn't be huffing the exhaust from the Steam Deck's grills for their
There's no
health and
reported
safety.
issue with folks taking a hit off of their electronics cooling vents. Like, that's It's not a thing that's happening.
But don't.
But don't.
Okay, there's no better way to make a bunch of kids do this.
Oh, there's a meme going around that getting a bump of the air off of the handheld console's exhaust grills, as IGN reported. One Steam Deck user on the r/Steam Deck subreddit posted a screenshot of a conversation with Valve support staff asking, "Is it safe to inhale exhaust fumes from the top vent of a Steam Deck?" So this sounds like Reddit was messing with Steam support. We understand that it may be a meme, but please refrain from this behavior for the safety of your health.
They didn't test it. They don't know.
So yeah, it's just Reddit messing with Valve.
So others said nothing would stop them from getting that next deck hit.
Now, on its face, the air coming from the Steam Deck shouldn't be caustic or dangerous. The device doesn't rely on any other cooling mechanisms than the usual heatsink, airflow, and cooling fan solutions. The newer version of the deck did advertise updated thermals and more efficient APU. Teardown comparisons of the old handheld console and to the new one show how Valve modified the Steam Deck's heatsink and flipped one of the cooling fans upside down. None of that should make a difference to the overall breathability.
In theory, it's okay.
Yeah, in theory, there's nothing wrong with it. But like, if it's on fire and people are like huffing the smoke out of it, that's a different thing. You need to not unplug it from the wall or something. Get a fire extinguisher.
We were the caution hot, yeah. Because we were talking about how I think it was one of Elon's things. He's going to put up signs. Because like what? Yeah, ensure if conveyor belt is off at all times when standing or something. So, anyways, at the very end here, though, they kind of do get into what I was saying here. Still, by talking up the meme, Valve might only help inspire more folks to join in. Just don't start blaming us when users start reporting deck lung from taking a toke of that thick gaming air.
Steam sales. All right.
Yep. So don't huff your Steam Deck.
Or do. It doesn't matter.
Or do.
It's
What
just
if
a
I huff
meme.
oxygen?
It's a meme.
This is not a meme.
Gizmodo. Apple makes it harder for police to access your push notifications. Good.
And that's it. I got nothing more on this one. That's all I got.
Yeah, guys. Pretty good then.
Nice.
Right. Well, first of all, you have to have a warrant, and second of all, there are some things that Apple themselves have even locked themselves out of. Like, you can't just break encryption with some sort of backdoor kind of thing on everything. It doesn't work like that. Right. No, we made it encrypted. What do you mean you made it encrypted? We can't read it.
So yeah, Apple says it now requires a judge's consent before it will hand over your push notification data to law enforcement or government officials.
They should have been doing that all along because, Fourth Amendment, but all right. Yeah, it sounds like this is one of those things where they do have a backdoor and can grab your stuff, but they at least want.
So this says Senator Wyden said Apple was, quote, doing the right thing by matching Google and requiring a court order. So I guess Google already has this for their push notification related data. Now this does go a little into the detail about it. There's apply push notification services in your Apple device now. where you can go in and mess with your stuff. But basically, there's an APN token that ties your push notifications to your Apple ID, and that link between the tokens and the ID is the key to no longer being anonymous. And it was apparently stupidly easy for anyone who was in law enforcement to just get that for anything, I guess. I don't know.
Well, no, just Apple has a way to get that information. It sounds like your push notifications are not encrypted. No, I know what you're talking about. They wouldn't crack the Touch ID on the phone to get into the phone, basically. And that was encrypted, and they didn't have a way in. No, they did eventually. Somebody bypassed it, and the FBI hired them to do it. So, and it wasn't Apple that did it.
So in the last 6 months of 2022, Google received over 192,000 requests from government officials around the world to disclose user information. Around the world, not just American law enforcement. Remember, that's the other thing. And that's why up there, Wyden was talking about foreign something. Foreign police trying to get our American data, American info. You know? The Android phone maker disclosed information in 79% of them.
That's still a lot.
So that's over 180,000 or 160,000. Yeah, over 160,000. So Germany requested the most with nearly 12,000 devices for nearly 12,000 devices. Well, now they won't be able to just mindlessly do that, I guess, as easily. They probably will, though, for being real. Well, yeah, but this is a very specific thing. This is push notifications. This is the apps that you've allowed on your phone to pop up a notification. And that's all it says is your Apple ID, Mike, is tied to Discord. Discord will push notify you, Mike. I know that now. So I know Mike uses Discord. That's the information I now know. What can I do with that? Nothing for me. But if they're trying to find people who are on a certain app like Truth Social or Rumbler or one of these niche ones that were made by certain groups, they could politically go after certain groups, kind of thing. So this kind of information, they should need a warrant. They should need a reason. It shouldn't just be they just want it, right? They could just be farming it and go after groups based on nothing other than being in a group, which is collective punishment and profiling and wrong. So yeah, I mean, it may be something as simple as what notifies you're getting on your phone. Like for me, I can just tell you it's Kick and Reddit and Postmates constantly. Kick, Reddit, and Postmates. Doesn't mean anything, but I'm not doing anything shady. But anybody with a Tor browser probably doesn't want you to know they have the Tor browser.
Is that just
Is that,
I mean, that would show up in that, yeah.
I'm gonna dig into the psychology of this. Hold on. So yeah, I mean, that's why when we first just read the headline, we're all just like, good. Anything to make it a little harder, because they should have that burden. We have freedoms. They have a burden of evidence, not us. So, all right, let's talk about Elon again. Tesla recalls nearly all 2 million of its vehicles on U.S. roads, according to CNN. Now, if you have no cars on the road, are you still a company? Well, are you meaning like forcibly make you give it back? Because they can't. It's like the way America recalls work. You have to go and take it back. And in the event of a lot of automotive things, you have to go to a Tesla mechanic, and they will do the work. It's not even you can get your money back. It's you take it there, and they'll do the work for free. This happened with my Fiat. I drove a Fiat, and it had a lot of recall problems. but they never came and took my car away. No one even attempted or even called or asked me, "Hey, are you doing okay? Did you die from that problem in your Fiat?" No one did that. It was up to me to remember to go somewhere and do something with it. So I think that's what this will be. There's 2,000,000 people out there with a car that they're now getting a notification that if they want to, they can go get some free mechanic work done. It's probably not just switch out a chip, but something. I'm not even gonna attempt to know car mechanics. This shit is crazy. This is a car. It's got 4 wheels and it moves forward. That's how a car works, right? Alright, so it's gonna recall nearly 2,000,000 of its cars on the US roads to limit the use of its Autopilot feature following a 2-year probe of its safety regulation and roughly 1,000 crashes in which the feature was engaged. So, wait a minute, are they just gonna disable the feature on all 2,000,000 and it's just not a thing anymore? The limitations on Autopilot serve as a blow to Tesla's effort to market its vehicles to buyers willing to pay extra to have their cars do the driving for them. Yeah, exactly that. That's one of their big things they're trying to sell it on. Well, and you go and look at how it's advertised, how they advertise it like it can do that when it can't. So, yeah, after the and that's apparently what this recall is doing. After the recall, Teslas with auto steer turned on will more routinely check for the driver's attention level and may disengage the feature when the software determines you're not paying attention. So, this will just auto turn it off in the middle of you driving. That's probably safer. Yeah, it kinda is. Fits the definition of recall. That's why I started this with this is how recalls work in America. It's not they're coming and taking your thing, so
No,
it
it's
is
not
really a
buying it.
recall. No recall do they really come and take your thing, even if it's a little rubber ducky that a child could choke on. They don't come and take that out of your home. It's on you to not put it in your child's bathtub.
Yeah.
It's literally still on you. Yeah, you might be sick. Our bad. Whoopsie. Oh, maybe if you're lucky. I don't do they have to do that with food ones? Maybe. Now with this one though, they may not have to go anywhere to get this update. It may be something software side because this, they're saying a software update. They may not have to have take it to a mechanic the way you would with the old cars. Depends on what the problem is. If it were a physical problem with like the steering column, the steering wheel, you know, one of the internal components that's not software, auto steer, or just enabling auto steer and then not steering because it's doing it for you. It's called auto steer. Why are you calling it auto steer? They need to name it truthfully, because if it does require me paying attention, then that's not auto steer. Call it assisted steering. It's assisting you. I mean, they capitalize this like this is their word. I think they call it auto steer, and it keeps referring it to it this way in this article. Pay attention to the road while the autopilot's auto steer function. It's called autopilot and has a function called auto steer. At what point do you even think you need to do anything if you only knew the names of the things?
It is kind of false advertising
It
almost,
is,
yes.
1,000,000,000% false advertising. Well, clearly it didn't make it clear because they just did a recall where now it has to make it more clear. As of 2 days ago, it wasn't clear enough, now it might be clear enough. So how do we know
But
that
in
more
our country,
routine
there's
checks are
people who,
enough?
like, shove an orange in there and call it good and, like, take a nap as they go down the highway like idiots.
People are dumb. Look, the next thing they want is something called full self-driving. I'm sure it'll be the exact same thing they have now, it'll just be called that. And then I'm still supposed to remember I'm supposed to help. Yeah, I have you looked into any of that? I mean, I'm aware of their existence, but if you haven't looked into it, they are clusterfuck. They constantly are having problems where there's, like, tons of them just at the end of a cul-de-sac, unable to get out because they're all there. But if all it's gonna do is let you know and let you keep last time I checked, disengaging is just you stop. So,
Look,
like, the odds
Pop-Tarts
of it
are
being
no
able to pull
longer
inside the
called strawberry Pop-Tarts, they're called strawberry flavored Pop-Tarts. They had to make the change, and I feel like this is, like, the yeah, like, they're gonna have to make the change to
all
stop
they did
calling their
is
shit
they're
their
now
deceptive shit.
notifying you more. They're just notifying you more. This is not a fix.
No. And it's also not full driving, like, stops. It's not full
This
self-driving.
is like saying that seatbelts we don't have enough people wearing their seatbelts, and we know that there's a ding when you don't wear a seatbelt, and so our solution to making people wear seatbelts is we're gonna make it ding more. That's not a solution to no, we criminalized it. Not wearing a
That
belt,
doesn't
we criminalize it.
suddenly
You
make
get
your
tickets for not wearing a
shit
belt.
more
That was our
autonomous.
actual answer. Arrest you. You should. Because we know auto driving doesn't exist, so there's no world where you should be asleep in that car. You should absolutely be immediately arrested. Go to jail instantly. You went to sleep in a car while it was driving with just you? Jail. It's literally worse than drunk driving because I don't trust this software. Like I said, the cul-de-sacs with 9 cars piled up, they can't turn around because of each other. They're all waiting for each other to make a move. It literally becomes a catch-22. You know what's you know what's, it'll never work, but what will work, and I'm sure the manual says it in more, explicit terms of how they're not liable because that's where liability is looked at in court is, "Oh, what the manual say." Now, I'm just saying the way they advertise it, they want you to think they have something they don't. But if you want something that can auto steer 100% of the time, it exists. No, it exists. Do you know what it is? High speed rail, trains. They're on a fucking they're rails. They go one place. They steer one way because that's the only way they can
And
go.
every once in a while, they stop auto steering just like the Tesla does.
Yeah, on the countertop. Exactly. That's I just say, first of all, I don't own this company and I didn't sell you this product and I just
But
work
it
here.
did produce smoke, right? Like
What were they even thinking naming it that though? Like But just like this, like autopilot, auto steer, what were they thinking? Because we know it's not auto.
Well, also you have Elon every freaking chance he gets saying, "Oh yeah, ours, we're gonna be full autonomous within the next year." He said
Yeah.
the last 10 years in a row.
Yeah, he
People
can't
get
stop saying
extra,
it.
I don't know, people get extra confidence in these things and they're not ready for it. Or they don't have enough sensors or they're not meant to do that. I don't know. No, they're calling it auto steer, and the fact that it doesn't steer on its own is making it so it like you an adult knows it. Like I've also seen it like mm,
I would need to see specific
now we need to
examples
see
of
some
the
examples.
and they're saying that the car did something a human couldn't.
I'll check it out.
I'll look at it. Here's a fun quote. My opinion is it's a bridge too far to go to fully autonomous cars. Any idea who said that? Elon Musk. Elon Musk says he can't get there. But then also he says he will get there next year. But he literally said it's too far to go. He admitted it at least one time that it won't happen. Well, I'm sure he said it on X, where he says all of his profound wisdom. Like he doesn't have a publication article place. Like it's Twitter or Instagram. Like it's a social place. Well, clearly they don't because the company is still existing and they could just keep lying. I mean, they don't have to do anything. They should do things. In the long term, I think has the potential to make Tesla the most valuable company in the world by far. If you have fully autonomous cars at scale and fully autonomous humanoid robots that are truly useful, it's not clear what the limit is. This Elon Musk. Well, you know what? I'm not a cunty little dickbag, so I can't do that. I can't do the cunty dickbag voice. This is literally exactly what I was saying. This is this is this is him trying to say he can get somewhere he can't. Again, he's just lying. Fully autonomous cars at scale. You don't have any part of that. You don't have scale. You don't have cars. They're not autonomous and certainly not fully. Okay, I'll give him one word. He has the truck. He has trucks. So he has cars. So he has cars. But he doesn't have any of the rest of that is important. Not fully autonomous, not scale, not robots. He has he has humanoid robots that are fully autonomous right here. No, he doesn't. Fully autonomous. Fully autonomous. This is where it's not true. He may have a robot. I have a robot. We do. We have a cleaning machine. It's a
A
robot.
robot vacuum, yeah.
I also have that dancing robot that you could program the dance moves with a controller. That was a robot.
We don't have
It
that.
really is the when you say you can do fully autonomous and you can't, that I have a problem with Musk. Oh, no. We should get a news article for this. We shouldn't just do this on the fly. Tesla robot, here it is a conceptual general purpose. Okay, well, do I have to keep going? It's a concept. It's conceptual. Optimus, also known as Tesla Bot, is a
Tesla's Optimus
conceptual
robot is
general. It's an.
real, and
They made a
Elon Musk
video
wants
that,
to
in
sell it to
theory,
you
could have
for
been a real robot, didn't they?
$20,000.
Right, CGI can make shit look good, can't it?
We got our first
Is that CGI? Are we looking at
Tesla
CGI?
bot at Tesla's 20.
This is conceptual. Oh, I mean, there's a link for videos here. Is this it? Is this the? Oh, there you go. What are we?
Go to about the middle of the video.
Well, that's Optimus right here, Gen
Yeah,
2.
keep going past that. There you go. Right, but we've been looking at these kind of robots for like a long time now. This doesn't mean it's fully autonomous.
That's a dude in a suit.
The Boston Engineering one can do backflips. You want me to be impressed that it can squat and wave its fingers and dance like a Sony Aibo? It moved a spherical object. That doesn't impress me.
Nothing autonomous was shown just now.
Yeah, nothing autonomous was shown just now. The dancing doesn't mean it's autonomous.
Hold on. That is the worst dancing I have ever seen.
It looks like the Sony Eye, but also look at those legs not moving at all.
No hip movement. Look at that, no hips. That ain't dancing. That's weak.
It doesn't make it autonomous.
So yeah, anybody with a Tesla out there, just, you got recalled. I don't know what it means to you. Good luck. I disagree with that sentence.
Well, it depends what your idea of properly is, or what the expectation of properly is. But then the CEO keeps saying it is.
Yeah.
He doesn't say that. How many times over the last
really
several
doesn't
years
say
has he
that.
said we're within a year of?
Well,
Yeah,
it depends. We did that one story where that
say
dude
it.
did mushrooms.
Ladies and gentlemen, this airplane is a fully autonomous vehicle. It will take off, land, and fly itself. I'm just going to go ahead and take a nap here. Right. But Elon Musk has been saying this about his Teslas for years. All right, NBC News.
Oh, here's actually one now.
making
I would be
hard
shocked if
alcohol.
we do not achieve full self-driving safer than human this year. I would be shocked.
What year was that said?
2022, January
Alright.
27th.
Yeah.
Over a year ago, and he said this year.
And it's called Autopilot for full self-driving or whatever it's called. Like, what are you supposed to think? Anyway. That sounds gross.
Wait, are they? Is it alcoholic chips or chip flavored alcohol?
I think it's cheese flavored alcohol.
Well, here it is.
So the brand is Empirical, and they're making a Doritos collab flavor. It looks like
Vacuum distilled. It says vacuum distilled. I've
don't know
never
what that
heard of
means.
vacuum distilled. I mean, can we read that? It's right here.
Can you zoom?
I can't read
Zoom.
that.
Enhance.
Fuck!
That didn't do it.
That didn't do it. I made it worse. I made it worse.
I'm scared. Can you click on it?
No, that's dangerous.
Oh, okay. No.
Not
That's
only
what
drink
they're
it, but be
encouraging.
drunk while drinking it.
Oh god. Oh, thank you for putting that into my.
Because Doritos is not something I want to taste that much.
Yeah. So they announced a collab with Empirical, which launches on December 12th, and they're calling it a nacho cheese spirit.
That was yesterday. This is available now. Yes.
If you get Empirical near you, that they're probably going to have it.
And the company said the drink was made by using real Dorito chips and extracting their quote essence through vacuum distillation, which we just made up.
It doesn't fall into traditional categories of gin or vodka, so it's one of those kind of spirits, though. Empirical is an uncategorized spirits company, so it allows us to have the freedom of experimenting with really interesting flavors and not have to be stuck in gin box, tequila box, or whiskey box.
Okay,
They just
sure.
distill whatever. I need a review. It tastes like the real thing, the company claims. Spirit opens up with umami and tangy aromas around a nacho cheese, moving into deeper corn forward flavors of the chip.
Wow, the way they worded this.
Salty, salty note. Wow.
That's a foodie. A foodie wrote that. Holy shit.
No, I have to look this up. Hold on. Doritos.
They have recipes to use it with, to make like a Bloody Mary with it. But I mean, you just use it like you would normally use, right?
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. The spirit has 42%. Holy cow. That will not be that. You will taste the alcohol part.
Ooh.
That's got to be for
Yes. So first of all, it's already sold
milliliters?
out.
Do you guys have milliliters? Because we got handles. Yeah, 750. Yeah, and then there's the double or the big size of that we call a handle. Yeah.
So it's already sold out.
This has to be the 750, right? And it's sold out.
And their pre-orders are open. So they're doing pre-orders for the next batch, apparently. It is $65 per bottle. Holy crap.
Oh my god. Oh, I thought it was going to show us the process. Oh, it is. Okay. That's not better. Wow. Oh, and it loops. Okay. Free shipping on orders over $150. No.
I'm really surprised they actually put chips in there. That's crazy. I'm pretty sure it's filtered. Crazy. Hashtag not sponsored.
The origin of the Dorito spirit is.
Yeah, let us know. Comment below. Would you even try this in the first place? And if you have tried it or are going to try it or it's getting delivered, let us know. We want to know what's going on with this.
Yeah, and this site has even more information and origin story that I'm not going to watch. Oh, wow, look at that. If you're ever wondering what it tastes like, here you go. Bodega, Tongue Happiness, Evolved State, Doritos Dust Free, Wish Fulfillment, Tex-Mex, Silent, Umami, Cheese Nacho Tang. Here's some things you can make with it, like a bangarang from Hook. Bangarang. That's all I got. I wouldn't either, but it exists now. Somebody decided it should exist. All right. Got another one here for NBC. Biden meets with families of Americans held hostage by Hamas. Wait, hasn't he done that before? I felt like I read that once. Oh, okay. Yeah, I forget. The U.S. says 8 Americans are still unaccounted for. Good, because I didn't know the number or how many. Because I know some have been returned. Right. Well, yeah, because how would you know? There's no media on ground. Not in Zoom? I thought previously we were talking about Zoom. Okay, there you go. Yeah. So then afterwards outside the White House, so they brought them all to the White House, presumably, to do this, yeah, here we go. Here's their
But these are American hostages. Yeah.
well, yeah, and voting against it it's more likely than not gonna end in the demise of these people in these photos. You're right. You would think these families would be of the same mindset of the families over in Israel, the one we just did an article where they were talking shit to Netanyahu. They don't like the lack of a ceasefire and that it will most likely kill their loved ones. But we don't see that here because I think Americans get propagandized a little bit differently. The media here is different. Did you know did you know that, Israel does 2 different broadcasts? They do a broadcast in English and they do a broadcast in Hebrew, and that they say different things? Yeah, and that's because the English things are gonna be replayed in America, and that's the things these families saw. But the things in Hebrew, they won't see. What do you mean? Which part? You mean that oh, how do I know? Oh, I was watching somebody who speaks both languages. I was watching somebody who could translate and say what was different. But also it's just known, it's different topics. Like, it's a different news broadcast that they do in English. It's a different yeah, it's like a different show. You've got Israeli American News Network, and you've got Israeli not American News Network. Like, but this is specifically those stuff coming from the Israeli government, not just a news media company. Um, their briefings and stuff, like, the same way we do with the White House. It'd be like if Biden does what Biden does, plus also did one in Russian. Would you believe that everything he did in that Russian one was fine, or would you question it? It'd be questionable if he did a whole thing in Russian, right? You'd need to know why he decided to do that, right? There would need to be a reason to do it in both languages, right? My president is very dumb. Is he? I haven't seen him do that. He's too dumb to speak Russian.
He doesn't know Russian.
How dare you say my president can speak 2 languages? He's single-lingual. I He doesn't even know what word it means to only speak 1 language. He's single-lingual. I think it's monolinguist? Monolingual? That's my president. But yeah, I think it comes down to the difference in news consumption. These people did not consume the same news as people in Israel. Quite different. So that's why they could be, convinced that a guy who's most likely endangering their loved ones that they should shake that guy's hand. Like, I would tell them, "Hey, are you sure that's the guy you want to shake the hand of?" It's a free trip to the White House. I'm going because I get that free food. I get to talk shit to somebody. Well,
Were these why were these Americans in this area to begin with? Okay.
Wait, what you just said there was no warning? Oh, yeah, they were not notified that the Israeli government was aware. Yeah. Well, I don't understand this having to prove things that Israel said. They said that, not me. Like, I have to prove that they said that about them? Like, it's their government intelligence reports that we're citing. They write those up. I forget. Well, when you predicate it on something that I disagree with, it's like, I gotta stop you at the predication. I can't let the whole point get out. Well, no, because then I will forget what the objection was, and then we'll just agree on something that we shouldn't agree on. You're trying to say how the party goers didn't see it coming or something, but I'm not sure why. What what? This is the first time I'm hearing this, that's why I'm like, "Huh?" My cell phone doesn't go off when I go to a concert. No one's does. Well, I'm kind of not even sure how you would even do a warning. Like, that doesn't like the warning would've like, what, leave, there's a terrorist attack? Like, what text would tell you what text would you read that you would actually believe is real? I just don't know how you would warn them during the event. Like, even in America, like, there was a mass shooting in Vegas. How would like, we don't have a system to notify people there's a mass shooting happening. We don't. No one does. So, I don't know, it just seems like a weird tangent to even be on right now because the well, you started saying weird things like they didn't have cell phones, like, it's just that's such a weird place to take it. If you're it sounds like a tangent because of the knowing about it a year in advance, and that would mean a different response rather than texting in the moment. It would be security at the event that you had to because you knew you needed security kinda thing. If I actually want to defend and protect people and I know about something, I don't do it I don't wait till it's happening to protect them. I do stuff in advance. Actually, I'm pretty sure the intelligence of this did have the, date. Probably not the time and location, but it had the date. Do you know why they picked October 7th? Yeah, the date was known. Eh, eh? How sure are you that that's not why they picked it? Have you read Hamas's statements on about why they picked the day? What did they say? You didn't read it. Okay, so you don't know yet. I didn't read it either. I'm just saying if you know or if you're saying something without knowing. Well, no, when you dumb it down to that kind of a "we killed Jews for Putin," that wouldn't be their rationale. If you were to try to put a real rationale on it, it would be, to talk about how it's a gift to Putin because this will influence US elections, which it's already doing. Trump is almost guaranteed to win. And not only that, Ukraine
I
is
don't
also
agree
getting
with that.
less
I don't
support.
agree that Trump is guaranteed to win at all.
So you've got a more likely chance of Trump being elected, and you've got Ukraine getting less support, both W's for Russia. That's how I would spin it. things that actually sound legitimate. And it now now, if you actually go and look at Hamas's reasoning, the reason they did it is to bring attention to the, illegally imprisoned, Palestinians, thousands of them that the Israeli have kept in prisons, not giving them court dates. That's their reason for doing it. They're just like nothing explaining things is not justifying things, and that's people need to stop thinking that explaining things is, like, justifying things. People do things for reasons, that doesn't mean you agree with those reasons, but you can say what those reasons are without somebody accusing you of agreeing with those reasons. Why even tangent it to justification? I wasn't talking about justifications. I was talking about explanations. I was talking about their reason, not whether or not I agreed with their reason. If Trump wins, it's because of the attacks on him. Polls aren't real. He's been measured 1 time. Actually, twice, I guess. He's been measured, when he ran for president, the actual vote counts. Let me see that go up. 'Cause he needs it to go up to beat Joe. Because Joe beat him by a lot. Yes, I understand the way our system works allows you to win without the majority. That doesn't change my statement that Joe beat him by a lot. I don't know I don't know, you'd probably have to go check that quote from Trump where he said, "I just need to find," and then inserted an exact number of votes. You might go find that quote where he was trying to find an exact number of votes. That's probably what he needed. There's no finding at 2 in the morning. You're still counting at 2 in the morning. You're repeating, election bullshit. But you're saying it without any sarcasm. You're just saying it like they say it. That's literally how they say it. And yeah, look, you could argue that and yes, Fox News likes to say it every single time now, but they didn't used to, so to say always is weird. It's actually a new thing that's come about since about, Bush 2. Yes, that was the Gore. That was the Bush v. Gore, which is what I was just referencing is Bush, because he stole it from Gore. Maybe you don't know that election, but Gore should not have lost. He conceded for no real reason. Now, back to your other point about Trump could have won with like 7,000, 17,000 votes. How sad is that? 40,000? You're in the thousands is the point. He lost by 5 million. No, he lost by 7 million. How stupid is that that he could win and like be that far behind? That would be stupid. Yeah. Wait, what? I can't pull that up. I don't have that ready to pull up. I don't even understand what you said. Conservatives and liberals in Canada. Like, you mean Trudeau's election? What was his opponent? All right, so you got Trudeau with 5.5 million, Aaron O'Toole with 5.7 million. Well, that's thousands away. That's fine. Imagine if Trudeau had 8 million and Aaron O'Toole had 3 million, and Toole won with 3 million to Trudeau's 8 million. Right. Yeah, you have a different way of voting, but that's still within like 2%. You've got Well, I would say it's not fair, but that's because you don't live in a direct democracy. It sounds like you'd like to live in a direct democracy. Anybody who wants the popular vote to actually be the winner wants direct democracy. But you don't have that. You have representative democracy. And in fact, you just said it when you said you vote for parties and shit. Like, and also your vote isn't the real vote, is it? Do you have province votes or something? Well, you have these seats things. These seats things now, Trudeau has way more seats than O'Toole, so this is what your system considers fair, is who gets more seats. Electoral map?
Is this the hostage one we're still talking about? We are way off topic, guys. I'm just throwing that out
Justin
there.
Trudeau has hostages, for all we know. He won't give us that information about the assassination that he says he has evidence. He won't give it. Yeah, here's the popular numbers and here's the seats numbers that we were talking about. And yeah, he's got 32.6%. Well, it sounds like your president's picked by a combination of these seat things and this vote things. Well, then why did you vote? What did you vote for? So not nothing at all. Basically, what I'm hearing is you're in a red state, so voting red doesn't mean anything, voting blue doesn't mean anything. The state is going to be red. Your vote doesn't change that. Right, right. But this basically the point is it's an 80-20 state. It's not gonna flip-flop. You can't change it either direction. They pick the prime minister while you're voting?
No, we don't need to pull up the seats. We were talking about Israeli hostages.
This. So the red stuff is 160 okay, I don't like the way this is spread out. Green is 2 seats, 25 is there's seats for this up here? No one lives here. These doesn't count. None of these count. Well, you can see these red bars over here, and I guess where's the blue ones? Where's the blue people live? What is this the 30? Is it? Is this one? And these guys should control the country? 14? Is this 70? But the seats are based on people, isn't it? Population size? If that's the majority of people, then maybe they should control everything. I think we just have one more. Hold on.
We're
No, I
not
don't want to
orgasm.
allow ads. Coin fanciers.
So CBC News,
Which is Canada.
Mhm. No, you go for it.
It's oh. King Charles effigy distributed Tuesday in Ottawa. So wait, this is the new king guy since the lady died? So this is your first coins bending the knee to the new guy. Wow, how do you feel? You feel like a cuck? You feel like a subject? When you see people from England, do you say thank you? Why not? I mean, they kinda own you. They're on your money!
They are on
You
your
put
money.
the new
That-
king on your money. Yeah, money is everything. And this can't be printed, these are coins. You can't print coins.
This is stamped.
You have to mint a coin or the joke doesn't work. Oh my god, oh,
Oh,
ugh. They didn't even
it's
fill
a
the whole
horrible
coin, they, like, left this
design.
thing, That's a $2 bill or a coin? Doesn't look like it, or $2. So apparently the Royal Canadian Mint in Ottawa held a coin exchange on Tuesday. You could swap your nickels, dimes, quarters, loonies, and toonies. And you could sound stupid doing it. Uh, well, yeah, and it's the first minting, so, like, in theory, it'll be hard to find at some point eventually if you keep a hold of it and don't lose it. I mean, it
Actually,
kinda
the
depends.
mistakes are more valuable. If you can get one that actually, like, got
Mistakes would
double
be
stamped
huge.
or something, yeah.
The other thing is, if King Charles dies and they end up getting another king in, like, 2025, so there's only, like, 2 years of runs with his picture on it, things like that matter. So you're actually now rooting for his death. I know, but you have a vested interest. You may not be rooting, but you have a vested interest. You would need to recuse yourself from a death panel because you have a vested interest in a death decision, right?
Do you guys not have, like, people in Canada that would be worth putting on your money?
Justin Trudeau. $10 bill.
What? You put her on 2 things? Jeez. Are you kidding me?
Who's this guy? This is vertical bill. This is stupid.
Oh, that breaks so many people's OCD.
That is so dumb. Oh, and here's somebody holding a pile of them. Oh, it looks
Wait,
like hair.
is that a picture of the queen when she was young? Is that what that is? Okay, I'll look that up later.
Viola Desmond, a Black Nova Scotian businesswoman. Uh,
So you just have some rich lady from Nova Scotia on your
so yeah,
money?
here's the John McDonald's, and then before that was Elizabeth II, before that was George VI, and before that was Mary Princess Royal and Countess of Harewood. What the Whoa, those look more like money. These look like money. When did things go wrong? And
Those
it's
look
starting to
great.
they're starting to monopolize here, though. Look at that.
It is looking at a monopoly there.
Okay, 1954.
That still looks like money.
Yeah, although it's questionable how real this money
Okay,
looks.
so who's that? What lady is that?
That's
It's
is
Queen
it?
Elizabeth?
Oh, yeah, Elizabeth II.
And they just put her on everything. The whole set of money.
Okay, now we're doing multicolor nonsense. Whoa, with the that's a cool picture on the background of these things. The natural landscape, the industrial landscape, and the sea landscape. Like, that's a cool series to just have, the Scenes of Canada series from the '70s, printed from '71 to '89. No, nope, nope, nope. This is Monopoly. What is this?
Yeah.
By the way, who are the birds? Look, are these the people, the birds? Ah, there's the birds, okay. Yeah, there's the birds on the back of each of these. William King. Is this a Canadian? Yeah, statesman and politician. So they do put their real money on some of their bills. William King. How about Robert Borden? Yeah, he's Canadian, lawyer and politician. So you do. You just can't stop putting the and this is just ridiculous. This looks like a flyer, like an advertisement for Canada hosting the Olympics, hopefully. Look at this shit. Do you have some of these? These don't look real. This is a board game. I guess, yeah. Do they have more of these coins, or are they out? You said they're already out?
I thought Canada's money was confusing before, and now I'm even more confused.
Wait a minute. Onesie, toonie, $3.40. Do you not have pennies? You don't have pennies then? Okay, 'cause it comes out to 3.40. Yep, a loonie, a toonie is $3, and then a quarter, a dime, a nickel is 40 cents, so yeah, I think that's all this article's got too. It's just, here's the whole series. Yeah, here's the full series of coins with New King guy on 'em. They look less bad. This one's weird because of that extra ring. These look less bad than the other. This one? The quarter, the dime, and the nickel look probably the most right, the most coin-like. I kinda wanna see the other side.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Glad to be here when I can. Yeah, thanks. I don't do those catchphrases, but I will say that I will see you again in Fortnite and GTA here pretty soon,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Just thanks everyone for being here. Thanks anyone watching later on the YouTubes and stuff. Make sure you click some buttons, leave me a comment. It's been the way the kid meows. It's like AI, ChatGPT's shit right there. It's crazy.
Dude, Freaky TV.
Gothy.
You should follow them real quick and then have them.
I get overworked. Same people that come to me and say,